What's up? It's Shub here coming to you, and I've got my good buddy here. We've known each other for decades, probably. A couple, anyway. And what's your name?
Zach Rosenbaum.
Cool. And how'd we meet, anyway?
Well, it was kind of a long time ago. I know we met through a friend, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Sheen.
Yeah, it was Sean, I believe it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And, so tell me about, like, how it started, how it's going, and what you've come through to get here.
Well, uh,
Let's start with
well,
childhood.
yeah, start at the beginning, I guess.
Obviously, you were born
Yeah,
a
born on
living
July
man.
4th.
July 4th, freedom,
Um,
baby.
well, I mean, we started off hanging out. Uh, wasn't it at a party or something?
Yeah, I think so.
And we just so happened to be musicians.
Oh, yeah. And
Oh,
we,
lots.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We met there in Wayland, I think, and you were living in what, Washington at the time or something?
That's right. Yeah, I was living in Washington.
I
Hmm.
remember that apartment. You were living with
Yep.
buddies or something, weren't you?
Yeah, I was living with a friend of mine.
Epic. So, let's start from the beginning. When you were born, what was your major hurdle when you first got here?
Well, I was supposed to be born with spinal bifida and water on my brain, but obviously I proved the doctors wrong on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there was that.
You'll
I
have to
think it was
ignore the
around.
sirens. Sorry.
Well, go ahead. That's fine. Um, well, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, I believe, in '89,
Okay.
colon cancer, and well, he was only given 6 months to live, but he fought it until '91.
Attaboy.
Um, let's see. Then I had an uncle pass away from a type of cancer. I think it was melanoma.
That's pretty deadly stuff.
Um, and then while I was at Job Corps, I went to Job Corps for culinary arts to try to learn to cook for my grandma. She
Mm-hmm.
told me I'd be a good chef. Well, while I was up there, she had eventually gotten sick, and I can't remember what it was exactly. I want to say leukemia, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I didn't get to make it before she passed because they couldn't get the transportation ready in time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was another tough time for me.
Like family
Uh,
wise, or just you, or was it
yeah,
everybody?
it was kind of tough for me. She was really close to me. She was the reason why I went up there to be a chef. Um, she would listen to me play my guitar, even if I was just noodling away. She would always just sit there and listen to me.
Oh, sweet.
Um, Even when I was first starting off and I wasn't the greatest guitarist.
You've grown since then.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's been quite a few years since I've played it. Honestly, I mean, I've started playing it again here and there. Um,
Just focus on getting your memory skills back up, or learning new stuff, or what?
uh, Working up the motivation, really. Let's see. Uh, I met my wife through a buddy of ours, Mike, and it was just happenstance that we met. He was going over there to talk to her because he was dating her older sister at some point.
Okay.
Um, but anywho, so he's kind of a friend of their family. Well, I just was kind of there hanging out, and she gave him a hug, and I jokingly, not really wanting a hug at all, said, "Oh, no hug for me," and got a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we started talking a lot and became friends. Um, Actually dated for a while in high school, and we went our separate ways for a few years. Um, we were in touch while she was having a rough time with her first marriage.
Hmm.
Um, and then we went our ways, separate ways then too. And after I had gotten out of a fairly abusive relationship, um, it was about 3 or 4 months. I started talking to her again, and we started hanging out and going out again. She helped me through my cancer scare.
Hmm. You're cancer free
Um,
now?
yes,
Excellent.
yes, they were precancerous tumors in my duodenum. It's the part that connects the stomach to the small intestine.
Hmm. It's a cool word,
Those,
duodenum.
yeah, yeah, kind of fun to say.
It is. Body
It was a
parts.
tough time. I could barely eat. I could barely sleep. Um, to be quite honest, I smoked a lot of pot, and that's the only thing that I could use to get me to function, to go to work, to eat any semblance of food.
Hmm.
And she was there to help me through that very tough time. Um, in her strong Texas way, she made me eat.
She was a Texan?
He was born in Texas. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she was pretty proud of that.
Did you guys ever make it out there to visit?
No, we never got to.
Gotcha.
We wanted to, but we never got around to it with health problems that popped up.
Hmm. So in
We
high
were
school,
mostly.
oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, we go ahead. Back in high school.
You met her there in high school?
Yep, we dated in high school. I guess you could say we were high school sweethearts.
Nice. What group did you fall into in high school? Preppers, jocks, stoners,
Um,
nerds.
I was more friends with the stoners and the nerds than the jocks and the preps.
Fair. Same. And
I
well,
had a chance to get on the basketball team when I was I think a junior. Um, and I had recently gotten a job and decided to not join the basketball team because I wanted to focus on making money for myself and providing for the car I just bought from my older brother at the time.
hmm. So what was your biggest hurdle in high school?
Bullying.
You were bullying or you were getting bullied?
I was bullied throughout all my school life up till I think my 11th grade year.
Yeah, mine didn't stop till then either. What was the biggest bully that you had there? What did he do? What was like one thing that you remember about him?
Um, there was a lot of trash talking behind my back, I know. Um, there was trash talking to my face, and there were threats and stuff, but nothing ever really came to it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, just a lot of trash talking, really.
But you made it through that. You realized that wasn't very important stuff anyway, did you?
Yeah. What really got me through that tough time was music. Music was always a big savior for me.
Hmm. What'd you listen to back in high school? Rock, metal, or alternative?
Um, I was listening to stuff like Metallica, Slipknot, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Old school rock, AC/DC, ZZ Top.
Did that come out in your guitar playing?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I liked learning AC/DC, and Santana was another favorite of mine.
His tone is impeccable.
Yes.
Yes. So in high school, did you have a career path or a goal or an idea in mind of what you wanted to do or accomplish?
Well, I wanted to be a musician
Mm-hmm.
for the longest time. Ever since I think I was like 4, I heard. Uh, so my dad was listening to, which song was it? Um, It's an old song. I think it's called Secret Agent Man. It's from like the 60s or
Yep.
70s.
Secret
That song. That
Agent Man.
Yep, that one. That little guitar riff is what made me want to play guitar.
Nice. How old were you when you got your first guitar?
I was 14, I think. It
Cool.
was shortly before my colon removal surgery, I believe.
Hmm. You've had health issues throughout the years, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I
Remember,
was
I've
diagnosed with familial adenomatous polyposis, which, if untreated, would lead to colon cancer, which is what killed my father.
okay. So you didn't want that,
Yeah,
and they treated it and found it early enough.
yeah. They diagnosed me with when they did upper and lower GI scopes, gastrointestinal scopes, just to diagnose me.
Hmm.
Uh, which sounds bad, but the worst part about that is the stuff you have to drink to clean your system out.
Ooh,
In all honesty,
that stuff's nasty. If you've never had
there
it, it's nasty.
some
Ugh.
stuff called Go Lightly. Was the most atrocious. It was the most atrocious thing I have ever drank in my life.
And they're smartasses too, so they give it like stupid flavor names and all that, don't they?
Oh, now they flavor it, but my aunt, she had to drink the stuff, and she said it was flavored, and I said, "Well, did it improve the taste?" And she goes, "Absolutely not.
Made it worse, huh?
Made it worse."
So you found that out, you got that treated. Is that still an ongoing thing, or do you have that's pretty much past you?
It is. I do pretty much have it under control. I monitor what I eat. I even have to keep my stress levels down because stress and FAP, they're really not good bedfellows. It actually exacerbates the disease and makes it grow faster. I can't have fruits or vegetables, anything high in fiber. I can't have nuts, seeds. I live in a corn state and can't have corn.
Ouch. Denied.
Cruel irony.
It is. Cruel twist of fate.
Um, my sister had the same disease I did.
Hmm.
Um, she recently passed away. It was a couple years before my wife passed away. My mother and I both believe she was developing cancer. She was like maybe 90 pounds.
Oh.
She couldn't eat anything. Her disease had always been more advanced than mine. Um, I remember being told that while she was going through her colon removal surgery, which was before mine, that they had to resuscitate her on the operating table because she had flatlined while they were removing her colon. Um,
Oh.
she pulled through that miraculously enough.
Did she like die actually, like flatlining for quite a while, or was it pretty quick?
From what I understand, she flatlined, and the doctor was able to resuscitate her pretty quickly
Hmm.
and then complete the surgery. Um, I know that when I went through the surgery, my polyps weren't as advanced as hers, but they still removed my colon anyways because it was only downhill from there if I didn't.
Hmm.
Um, some of the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. I had to rebuild my stomach muscles due to the surgery, which it hurt to walk. It hurt to sit up in the bed. It
Hmm.
hurt to laugh.
Ooh. No jokes for you.
Yeah, it didn't make it any better when my brother walked in and said, "All right, war wounds, let's see him." He was pretty impressed with the scars.
Scars are cool.
They are cool.
It means you lived a little, didn't it?
Yeah, every scar has a story.
Yes, sir. So you got through high school, you got your diploma and all that, whatever is required,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went to what was it? Culinary college? You said.
Yeah, it was roughly about 6 months or so after I graduated high school. I was living with my mom up in Iowa City, and my aunt, she talked to me about Job Corps where I could get training and stuff like that and a career.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, okay, well, let me think about it. And a couple minutes later, I said, screw it, let's do it. What do I have to lose?
Yep. You got more to gain
And
than lose.
yeah, it was a fun experience. There were some difficulties up there, but most of it was basically like high school and college together. So you've got whole generations of hormones raging at the same time, which makes for fun times.
Oh, obviously. That's always awesome. So, you cook a lot now?
When I can, when I have the time,
Do you still find enjoyment and fulfillment in
I
it?
do.
Cool.
I do. I like even if it's something like hamburger helper, I'll mix Italian seasoning into it with if it's an Italian dish
Mm-hmm.
um, that I'm making, just to kind of spice it up and make it taste better.
Nice.
I've
What
even
is that one of your
tinkered
favorite
around with
dishes?
using. Hmm?
Is that one of your favorite dishes?
Oh yeah, Italian food is a big weakness for me.
Oh, yes. What's your favorite Italian dish?
Lasagna is one of my favorites.
Yes. Do you use spicy
Spaghetti.
ingredients or do you keep it kind of tame?
I'll let you know, buddy. Okay. Yes. You need to get different shorts on. Those are your PJ shorts, buddy. All right. Um, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of Italian food, really.
That's good.
It's hard to really pick just one.
You make your own pizzas too?
Uh, if I had the time, I would.
Fair. You're a pretty busy man nowadays.
Yeah, it's kind of tough being a single father.
Yeah. So let's get into that. I mean, I know you've faced all kinds of struggle in your life. Let's. How long were you married?
Um, Emily and I were married about, let's see, it would have been 8 years on the 18th of May, which
Mm-hmm.
was also my dad's birthday.
Is that why you chose that day to get married,
Yeah.
or okay?
Yeah, that was all her idea. She said, since he can't be here, why don't we celebrate? Why don't we get married on his birthday in his honor?
Plus the numbers
And
work.
it worked for me.
Oh yeah. And so you got married and then started your life off. What was the biggest hurdle when you and her got together?
Well, um, we she got pregnant with her second child. Her first child was a stillborn
Mm-hmm.
with a previous marriage. Um, and well, my first child with her second child was a girl, Ruby Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Named her Ruby after my grandma that I went to culinary arts for. Um, she had red hair. My grandma did,
Mm-hmm.
and we were convinced that she was probably going to be red as well. Uh, but any sense, she wanted to name her after grandma, so we chose Ruby and Rose. Well, she was a stillborn. She was, I think, 29 weeks. Complications due to her Raynaud's syndrome
Mm-hmm.
that she had. The baby wasn't getting enough circulation, enough nutrients because of her lack of, or because of the constriction of her. It's a circulatory disease. So when she gets cold, the blood flow doesn't go properly.
Okay.
It's called the red, white, and blue disease because those are the colors you turn if you have it.
Really? Like actual? That's what you turn?
Colors. Yep.
Wow.
When she got cold, she would start by turning white, and then she would turn red. Her nose and her ears, her fingertips and appendages would turn blue and then black. She had the worst diagnosed case in Iowa because her fingertips and nose they turn purplish black.
Oh, like frostbite looking things or what?
Yes, it's like a frostbite that you can get rid of.
Oh,
That's how she classified it.
interesting. So that was a complication, but
Yeah.
after the stillborn, you were pretty torn up about it, I would imagine.
Yes, we both were very torn up about it. And what usually happens in situations like that is the relationships usually break up. It only drew us together because me knowing she had gone through that helped me to be able to talk to her about it, which helped me process it a lot easier
Mm-hmm.
and helped her process it easier because she had someone to talk to about it when she was sad and not just kind of brush it off like, okay, let's move on. No, we got to talk about this.
Yep.
It
Hash it
helps.
out. Yep.
You know. And then what we weren't planning, we were using protection, and she ended up getting pregnant with Oscar, who you heard earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was and is called, it's okay, when a child is born alive after child loss, it's called a rainbow baby.
Okay, I didn't know
It's
that.
God's promised that the storm is over. Yeah, it's a fun term that people just kind of look at you, rainbow baby. No, it's just a promise that the storm's over.
Mm-hmm. You got promise
Um,
coming.
yeah, he was diagnosed with scoliosis at 10 days old,
Oh.
and it was a big problem. At first, they thought he was going to be born deaf, and they tested his hearing, and he goes, no, he's got really, really, really good hearing,
Mm-hmm.
like very acute hearing. You could whisper the word snack 3 rooms away, and he could hear you. Still does.
Still can't hide it, huh?
No, he's got really good hearing. But no, the scoliosis was the biggest challenge. It required a lot of castings. You can't tell a baby not to do certain things because that baby wants to do things.
Right.
Um, he, I mean, he was, that was a big problem for him, the complication. He was also diagnosed with laryngomalacia, which is extra tissue on the larynx.
Mm-hmm.
And we almost got CPS called on us because they thought we were starving him, and we were like, no, we're feeding him every 2 hours
Right.
and
It's
waking him
medical.
up because he kept falling asleep while feeding. And it wasn't until the doctor, that was her doctor when she was a baby, um, said, well, there's something seriously wrong here. I've watched you. I've never seen parents so dedicated to their child,
Mm-hmm.
doing whatever it takes to get that baby to eat.
Oh.
There's something seriously going on here. And he recommended us back up to the university, and they did what was it, a ultrasound of his neck or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out that he was either an ultrasound or it was like a scope. And they found out that he had extra tissue on his larynx. So that's why when he was laying on his back and feeding, he'd go to sleep because he wasn't pulling in enough oxygen.
Oh, it's clogging all
Yeah.
that up.
Yep. And he
Gotcha.
would be fighting to breathe so much that he'd just be burning off the calories he's consuming.
Oh.
Well, they had to do 2 laser removals because she thought she got it all the first time, and it started collapsing in, and we had to go back in again. They had to go back in again and laser off a little extra. But after that, he started gaining weight and doing good.
Excellent.
Went from straight from, he didn't even try to crawl really. He just wanted to walk like everybody else.
Attaboy.
4 years old, he had rods put in his back. They're magnetic rods. They're called magic rods.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of the traditional rods where you have to open the back up every 3 months, these ones, there's this device that they put on the back, and it magnetically lengthens the rods in the back without any surgery.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, really cool stuff. He's not a fan of it because, as you can imagine, it's not that comfortable.
Probably not. No.
But he's one hell of a trooper. I don't know how he does it. That boy smiles and he loves life to the fullest, even with everything going on.
Excellent. And so you guys had your first kid that came out, and there was those problems. Did that help your guys' marriage any, or did it kind of like give you more
It
stress
was,
for a little bit?
it was stressful. I'm not gonna lie, but with us knowing how precious life is,
Mm-hmm.
even at such a young age, it really helped us understand that when shit needs to be taken care of, it needs to be taken care of,
Oh, for real.
regardless of what you want to do. Um, it really kind of helped us stay together and persevere through it.
That's awesome. And then, so that went on for a while, and then what?
Well, we were pretty sure that our daughter, our well, fourth child,
Mm-hmm.
um, was conceived on his birthday.
You guys celebrated, huh?
We celebrated. It was she was taking, again, she was taking precautions, but the uh, apparently it didn't work. Again,
Mm-hmm.
and we were blessed with a baby girl, which was a real source of stress, because of the two previous girls that were stillborn. And my mom was worried. Her mom was worried. Hell, we were worried.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when Oscar was born, she was diagnosed with postpartum cardiomyopathy with severe heart failure.
Okay.
And what happened was her mitral valve was failing. And the best way the surgeon explained it is the blood in the heart in that situation will travel the path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's doing exercises, um, the path of least resistance is going to be back the other way,
Mm-hmm.
which causes problems. She actually was a grayish color before she ended up going to the hospital shortly after he was born. Um, they thought they were going to have to do heart surgery on her. I can't remember how exactly I think it was medication and stuff like that, blood thinner.
Mm-hmm.
But we got through that, and they kept an eye on it. They'd monitor her heart every so often, every few months, I think. Um,
Bet you guys were freaked out when she was gray. That's not
yeah,
a
that was
good color.
pretty scary. I thought I was going to lose her then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Well, that corresponding with Faith, the doctors concerned for her health with her diagnosis of the heart problem, they 2 or 3 times they talked to us about aborting Faith. And
Mm-hmm.
every time Emily said, no, we're not going to do that. And about the fourth time, I'd had enough. I looked at the doctor. I said, no, this is the last time we're going to talk about this, because if I lose my wife to this pregnancy and my daughter lives, that's up to God.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my decision. That's not her decision. That's not your decision.
Right.
It's up to him if she lives.
Darn
We are
surgeons,
going to go
anyway.
through with this pregnancy.
She was
And that was the
adamant
last
about
thing for
that,
the.
huh?
Yeah, yeah, we were very adamant about it. We're pro life. We believe that every baby is a miracle. I mean, every baby can change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and with going through child loss, that's something that was very personal to her.
So you guys knew the risks, and you're like, yeah,
Yep,
we're gonna ride this thing until the wheels fall off.
yep. Put it
That
in God's hands, and whatever happens is what happens.
that's all you can do.
Yep,
A lot of great faith there.
yeah. Which is why we named her Faith. And it was Emily's idea. She said, "Well, it took us a lot of faith to get us to this point I mean, through the pregnancy, so we named her Faith."
Mm-hmm.
And then we were trying to figure out a middle name, and well, my Emily asked, she goes, "What's your mom's middle name?" And I said, "Well, her middle name's Gail." So Faith Gail just kind of rolled right off the tongue.
That works. Excellent.
Oscar was named after two pretty good guys that both died of cancer. Oscar is Emily's, uh, how is it classified? Stepdad married her mom. Um, his middle name is Oscar, and my dad's middle name is Lawrence. And
Mm-hmm.
he's got two names of two great guys. What, buddy? What?
Oh, pick that. Oh, put it back for the fan.
Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. Go on.
I don't want to.
Um, but yeah, we persevered through it. She had to do with Oscar as well as with Faith during the pregnancy. She had to have these blood thinner injections straight into her belly. I think 3 or 4 times a day.
Oh.
Poor thing, she had bruises on her belly. Looked like the baby was giving her bruises from the inside of the belly.
Hmm.
Sometimes they were bad, but we knew it was best for the baby. So
Right. Deal with the
that was,
physical
yep,
imperfections later, whatever.
yep, yep. Well, we got through all that, and let's see, everything seemed to be going pretty good. It was I think it was 2001, or I think maybe 2002. Uh, she would have these what is called migraines of the eye, because she had cancer, not cancer, calcium on the back of her head.
Hmm.
Uh, it's hard to describe. Basically, the back of her head was forming calcium deposits, which was affecting her eyes, that part of the brain.
Oh.
Um, and it was always a worry of the doctors that, if it gets bad enough, she could lose her eyesight or anything else.
Hmm.
Um, well, it kind of caused these things called migraines of the eye, where she would lose vision in, like, her right eye, for example, and she'd be temporarily blind for a short period of time. Well, we thought it was one of these episodes. And then it wasn't until like a month or so later, in the middle of the night, we were doing our coupley things, and she was going to the bathroom, walking towards the bathroom, and I noticed that she wasn't moving her left arm at all. Like,
Oh.
normally she would swing her arm, and okay, that's weird. And then I watched her as she went to grab some toilet paper, and she, instead of with her left arm, she reached across her body with her right arm. I said, okay, whoa, you've never done that.
Hmm.
I said, say something. She talked, and the left side of her mouth wasn't moving. She was having a stroke. We
Oh.
both determined that. So we got her to the couch. Things were knocked over in the process because obviously had lost control of her left side of the body at that point.
Right.
Leg, arm, she could barely walk. Well, we called the paramedics in a relatively quick time, and had we not, the damage would have been more permanent.
Hmm.
So, our quick action and paying attention to what the body's telling you. Well,
Yeah.
they did a sleep study for a month after that, and they determined that she had atrial fibrillation, which is what caused um, the strokes.
Hmm.
She had 2 strokes, it turned out at that point. Um, it's atrial fibrillation is a problem in the heart. So when the brain's not getting enough blood, it could cause a stroke.
Hmm.
Well, they were monitoring that. She was taking medication for that. And about that time, we had decided to, on her, that is a locust shell. When they make that loud noise, they're shedding their shell.
Hmm.
That's what that is. Because that's how it grows. Then it doesn't grow. Yep.
Locusts are crazy, man. They'll eat everything.
um, well, let's see here. She decided, well, she told me that she wanted to stop drinking soda because she was tired of it. She wanted to try to do something about her health.
Hmm.
Um, so I said, all right, well, we're done with it. We stopped buying soda. We finished up what we had. And in a couple months, I see that's a different kind of a bike. In a couple months, no, she had lost 40 pounds. And the doctor said that not only had she lost 40 pounds, her heart function had improved. Things seemed like it was going in an uphill trajectory.
Hmm.
And they weren't concerned about the surgery. They were just gonna monitor because it seemed like things were getting better. And every now and then she would have these atrial fibrillation episodes where her heart would act up. She would just have to take like a hot shower or hot bath or something, and though that always worked. Let's see. On December 20th, December 19th, it was about midnight, but technically December 20th. She had, okay, let me be accurate. On December 19th, she said she didn't want me to go to work. So I called the coworker and got my shift covered
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted me to be there with her because she felt like she needed some assistance. So I did that. I helped her get some rest and be able to nap and help her with whatever she needed because sometimes she needed a little extra help when she was having her episodes. This one was not. It was worse than what we thought it was. She had talked to her sister, who is in prison, looking to get out next year. And the last thing she said to her sister was, "We're going to call the paramedics here soon." And she goes, "Good. You need to get looked at. There's something wrong."
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I said, "We're going to do just that." Well, I got her dressed after her bath, and a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last thing she said to me was, "I'm scared, baby." And the only thing I could think of is give her a hug and say, "We're going to get through this. It's going to be okay."
Um,
And when she went limp,
Go ahead.
um, all corresponding with the heart. It's very important to keep track of the heart. I will let you know, buddy. Well, you crushed it. That's all right. This is hell.
So this is all Emily stuff. This wasn't Faith stuff,
Yes.
right? Just to be
No, this
clear.
wasn't
Okay.
Faith. I kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah, I know. I
But
jumped
Faith,
with you. I'm just helping.
she was okay. She doesn't have the FAP. Oscar was when she was born. We again something Emily wanted to do. She wanted to be sure, and I agreed with her. There's only one definite way to be sure is to do a blood test after Faith was born on both of the children at once.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar has my FAP. He's going to go through the same surgeries I went through.
Whole slew of them.
He's all of it. He's got to be very mindful of his health. He's got to watch what he's eating. Not now. He's good. He can eat whatever the heck he wants now.
Even corn?
Even corn. I let him have at it.
Excellent.
Enjoy it while you can. Popcorn, corn, enjoy it, buddy, because that way you can look back and say, "Hey, I love that stuff. I used to be able to eat it."
Right. Not so much now, but I used to could.
Yeah. Faith doesn't have the scoliosis. She wasn't diagnosed with that. And she doesn't have the FAP. Raynaud's is something that Emily had. It's a 100%. It's more prevalent in girls than it is boys, but typically children, they will grow out of it. Sometimes when girls go through puberty, I think it's when it becomes more active.
Okay.
So like when she starts going through her changes, she's going to start experiencing color changes in her appendages. It's going to happen. The severity, it depends on her, really. That's all up to God.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how to walk her through it. I know what I'm dealing with. I helped her mother through it every single time.
Which makes you a very valuable asset for that.
Mm-hmm.
That way.
Knowledge is first step in winning.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna getting back to Emily on the December 19th, 20th, whatever. That's what she said to you, and then what happened?
Well, she went limp in my arms. After I said that, I got her positioned on the floor. I ran out to the living room to make sure the door was open because I had already called the paramedics at that time and said, "Well, she literally just went limp. I'm starting separate CPR."
Mm-hmm.
I had my door open and I just kind of threw my phone, and kind of just jumped into it. I performed CPR for what felt like, I think, 10 minutes.
It feels like forever when you're in it, doesn't it?
But man, it feels like forever. You have these skills. I thank God I learned these skills
Mm-hmm.
through the.
I've never actually done it on a human, but I know how.
Yeah, I've learned it. I've practiced it on that little dummy that they have.
Mm-hmm.
I know, sweetie. Hold on.
Your kids are awesome.
All right. Um, but no, I never thought I'd actually need those skills, and it just kind of it clicked. I needed to get her on a stable surface, so I picked her up and I gently put her down on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
made sure the door was open so that the paramedic could just come on in. Um, and when he came in, he said, "All right." He got down. He started up right when I let up. Let him take over, and he told me what he needed me to do because it was just him at the moment.
Right.
I ran out to his rig. It was 30 degrees. I had no shirt on, no shoes, no socks.
No worry about
And
any of it.
I was in my PJ pants, and I didn't care. I ran
Mm-hmm.
right out to his rig. I got what he needed, came in, I helped him out with whatever, handing him whatever he needed until the other paramedics came in, and then they took over. About that time, her mother and her nephew, my nephew also, came over and were present through the rest of it.
Did they live
Um,
close by then?
yes, they live in the same town.
Did you have to call them, or did they just kind of know?
I called them and let
Okay.
them know that there was something going down and they needed to get over ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those are eggs from worms.
You think so? Um,
I don't know how to brag
it's okay. I'll take a look at it later. Okay.
because if you even touch it very hard like this,
Mm-hmm.
it will break and never hatch
Yeah.
because it will be.
I'll take a look at it later. Okay.
And if you have poisons or anything, you're supposed to help you to pick it up.
Okay. We'll look at it later. Okay. But sorry, where was I?
The nephew and her mother just got there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they showed up, um, and it was an experience that felt like it was like out of a movie. I swear. Never thought I'd want, or never thought I'd ever go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Probably one of the toughest times I've ever experienced.
Oh, for sure. So she didn't make it.
No, she didn't make it. She passed away that night.
Mm.
The kids, they were asleep through it.
Thankfully.
Faith woke up and saw one of the paramedics in the hallway, and I told her it's okay, sweetheart, just go back to sleep. And she, every other time before that, she would, when she woke up and saw me, she would have to be with me,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. She had to be with me. In order to go back to sleep, she would need to be laying on my lap to go back to sleep. But that night, she went right back to sleep.
Hmm.
Um,
A blessing from God, perhaps.
yeah, yeah. I always kind of thought it was Emily's last act to kind of help out to make it as easy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, their whole world changed overnight while they slept.
Mm.
Um, just be patient.
That's been what, 2 years now?
Um,
Almost 2 years.
so a little over a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's been difficult. The kids, they're handling it a lot better than I ever could have dreamed.
Oh, that's the great part about kids. They're resilient.
Yeah, and I think them. Oh, there are a lot of white butterflies around me. Um, I think them knowing that I know what they're going through since my father passed away when I was 6,
Mm-hmm.
and the youngest, Faith here, she was 7. I think them knowing what they're going through has really helped them a lot.
Yeah,
And
a lot of answers there
we,
too.
yeah, it really helps. Um, I also started this. It's the bedtime Shema. It's the bedtime prayer that I think is, can't remember what episode of The Chosen it's on, but it's the episode after Jesus spent all day healing all those people and he was exhausted and didn't say anything to anybody and just went and laid down.
Hmm.
It's that prayer that he said as he was going to sleep. I say that to my kids every night before they go to sleep.
And what is that
Um,
prayer? Can we hear it?
let's see if I can find it real quick.
So after that, what was the? I mean, I know I dealt with my dad and getting all the arrangements and everything. Was that a big pain in the ass for you guys, or did you kind of have things set up already?
What was that? My kid was talking to me.
Oh, that's fine. Um, for the making arrangements part of it, was that pretty much handled, or did you guys have to just go through it while you were grieving and have to figure out what to do and who to call? And
Well, fortunately, Emily and I, we had always talked about the what ifs,
Mhm.
like what we would want if one of us had passed away before the other one. Um, she made it very clear she really didn't care. She wanted to be cremated, put me in a box. She would always say, "I don't care. I'm dead. What do I care?"
Right. It's just for the living to mourn, you know.
And it made sense, you know. She'd always wanted to be cremated. So she is cremated. It was a few days after she had passed. I got a text message from my sister-in-law, my brother's wife.
Hmm.
Um, they live down in Tennessee. I got a message from her saying, "Your older brother is making a box for Emily. I'll let you know when it's in the mail."
So a custom built one then?
Yep, custom built wood box. And I was like, "Okay, well, just let me know." She goes, "Okay." And it was the next day. She goes, "It's in the mail." I said, "Wait, what?"
Oh, wow. That was fast.
Indeed, he built that very quickly for me. I didn't ask for it. It was just kind of out of the blue.
Hmm.
Very beautiful box. He made it so that it opens up from the bottom instead of the top, so that it kind of more of a smooth on the top.
Hmm.
And also made a slot so you could put a picture in there in the front.
Did he make it out of wood, or what did he make it out of?
Yeah, he made it out of wood. I can't remember what kind of wood, but it's pretty heavy in itself. She'll be here in about 9 minutes. When they become frogs, they just pop up out of the water and go off on their life.
Yep. Lose their
Yep.
little tail and grow legs, and bam.
Yeah. Well, they go off on their merry little way.
Jumping,
Yeah.
jumping, next jumping,
Yeah. We'll get your glasses.
jumping, white, but and yellow.
Okay. Lord, I'm trying to cool off the outside.
That was a cool gesture of your brother to do that.
Yeah, it was really cool. He's always been there for me when I really needed it. Um, he's always there to give me guidance if I need it, financial advice, that kind of stuff. Um, he always kind of seemed like he looked over me, especially after our father passed away.
Hmm. So he was the older one?
Yeah, he was the
Okay.
oldest of the three. I'm the youngest of three.
So
Um,
after all that, and you guys had a ceremony and stuff. I'm sorry I didn't get to it. I didn't even know about it. But after all that, did you notice like what was the things you noticed? Like how hard it was doing all this on your own, or like while grieving, or what was your take on it?
uh, like I said, it's probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to deal with in my life. Um, but I I get told by a lot of people that I'm how great I'm doing, and the only thing I can say is I had a great teacher.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she really, when my father passed away, she was a stay at home mom. She went back to work full time. She went to school full time so she could get a better job
Mm-hmm.
to provide for us. She was hardly there because she was always learning or working. We had friends of the family helping us out. Um, one of which he lived with us for quite a few years. He was there for a lot, helped us out a lot. There was one time I had decided to very intelligently go for a bike ride in the blizzard. Um,
Attaboy.
yeah, yeah, it was me and a buddy of mine. We thought it was a good idea, and I
Kinda
had
was.
apparently blacked out and in the snow and passed out in a snowdrift.
Oh.
He didn't know what happened to me. My sister and our nanny, he didn't even know. I guess you could call him a nanny. He took care of us. So yeah, a nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they did not know where I was, but somehow she led him to where I was, and then they just. I remember waking up in the emergency room, didn't know how I got there, being told that I almost froze to death, and I passed out. Um, yeah, we've had.
How old were you when that happened?
Let's see, I was about 10,
Okay.
I
Silly
think.
boy playing in the blizzard, huh?
Yeah, it was. I was bundled up, but apparently it was too much.
Well, yeah. Those winters are no joke, man.
They don't. There's no joke about Iowa winters.
And they equally
Um,
don't care about anybody's feelings.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she was always trying to do better, always trying to learn something new to better provide.
Mm-hmm.
Um, make an exception. You have to. You don't need the luxuries in life, provided you have the necessities in life.
Right. Food, shelter,
Um,
water, the basics.
mhm. It wasn't easy, but growing up in that way, um, she just never remarried, never found anybody that was, you know,
Of that caliber that she wanted.
of that
I
caliber. Yeah,
respect it.
yeah. Um, but yeah, having that knowledge that's been helping me a lot. I know kind of what I need to do and what I don't need to do. Focus on the important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, grieve when I can, which is usually at night. It's my
Oh, yeah.
time to be with my thoughts. The children really help me out a lot too.
Oh, yeah. Because they give a lot of perspective. They're like, hey, forget about all that. We're here now.
Find something happy,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's a butterfly flying by. Find something happy.
Those are cool. Don't knock it,
Yeah.
man. So, you and Emily talked about future stuff. Is there anything that you're going to carry forward and make sure that you get done for both of your sakes? Or
Well, definitely. Just raising my kids the best way I know how. Be honest, stand up people. um, I I'm right now just kind of living by the day. Trying to make changes for the better as I go.
did,
Really.
did you guys set any, like, dreams or goals that you wanted to accomplish that you ran out of time for, but you still want to, like, go chase down? Or, like, what was Emily's dream to do?
Well, she she always wanted to be a mom, and she loved being a mom. We were
The
actually
greatest
trying to have
calling right
another
there.
kid. Yeah. We were actually trying to have another kid.
Mm-hmm.
But it obviously for reasons that were unclear at the time, probably would have been much more difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
She might not have survived that either. So,
no, no, she might not have.
I respect it.
But there's a reason for everything. Um,
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
just helping people when it's necessary. You never know when somebody's going through some tough shit and all they need is just a kind word
Right. So
or
many people
something
don't
like
get that. Come on, people. Pull your head out of your ass.
that. it's it can really change your whole perspective. Just a kind thing to be said, it really does help.
Right.
A hug, it doesn't hurt. Just to be nice, hold the door open for somebody. Um, try not to be such a wad all the time. I guess there's more important things in life than the petty things.
Yeah, so many people worried about the stupidest stuff. I get it.
And this, I did this, and then I felt it.
You picking on those tadpoles?
No, I want to see their cute legs.
Okay, be careful.
So,
It's like I
are,
said, it's the little things in life that really help.
so you're still in the same spot that you were back when all this went down.
Yeah, we still live in the same apartment. I'm currently working on trying to build my credit up. I would like to get a house at some point.
Hmm.
Okay, go give him a flower.
And we've talked
Oh,
before, and I know you got a strong support network near you, and
Feel
that always helps.
yeah, yeah. Her mom, my mother-in-law, she lives right here in town.
Hmm.
My nephew, he's went through some hard times himself. Bad decision making, young teenager type stuff.
Oh, of course.
Um, After witnessing so many major life-changing events, I'm surprised he's doing so well. I'm impressed, really.
Hmm.
He's really made a 180-degree turnaround. He's just with proper structure and, you know, learning right from wrong. He's stepped up to the plate. Um, and I didn't know this person. Like, I kind of knew about it because Emily told me. We didn't really keep anything from each other.
Hmm.
But he had made a promise to her that she said, if anything happens to me, I want you to promise that you'll help Uncle Zach with Oscar and Faith.
Oh,
And I think I kind of heard about that, but when he told me that, it kind of reminded me. I was like, dude, there's no bigger honor than that.
oh, for sure.
And if that's what you want to do, if you want, I'm not going to force you. I want you to choose this.
Hmm.
You choose this responsibility. I will guide you.
It's no light thing.
And he chose it. He stepped up to the plate. He says, I want to honor her and I want to help you out like I promised her.
Sweet.
they are very fast.
Living up to a promise is very important.
Oh, for sure. Otherwise, you're just a liar, and liars are pretty worthless in this life.
Hmm. So he's really been helping out a lot. He watches the kids while I go to work during the day. Um, it's really helped out a lot
Oh,
having a support system.
and I've noticed it helps people grow when they have to have responsibility. Like, I can't just do stupid stuff anymore because
Yep.
this shit ain't gonna fly. But like, I need to, do the right thing here. So
But
going
yeah,
forward, what
yep.
is your big dream that you want to see accomplished?
Well, it wasn't long before. It was early in 2023 where Emily was telling me we were talking because I was having some anger problems, frustrated with life, frustrated with jobs, and just
Oh, for sure.
altogether irritated.
Most of that'll
And
do it to you for sure.
yeah,
Just jobs. They're like, oh, come on.
right. She looked at me. She goes, "You really should play your guitar again. It really helped you out with your frustration a lot. I
Hmm.
would like to see you do that again."
And you've taken it back up.
I have a few times actually.
Excellent. Do you
My
have,
kids, they have their own guitars.
and you got yours fixed, and you got one that's good and going, and all that?
Yep, I gave Oscar one of my old ones, my little one with the when you open up the case, the white felt interior.
Hmm.
You remember that one?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I gave him that one.
Excellent.
Faith has a pink guitar, and whenever they're ready, they tinker around on the guitar. It's okay. Oscar has recently expressed interest in learning to play the piano,
Nice.
which is kind of neat. I've always kind of liked the piano, but I never really learned it. And I mentioned that to my mother-in-law, and she goes, you're not getting any younger. Why don't you just fucking do it?
Yeah, just go tinker with it.
Take the class with Oscar, and it will give you guys something that's just yours.
Or he'll just learn the basic chords and be like, oh, G, C, D. Perfect. Look, I got this.
Look, I'm Beethoven.
All right. I'm going to jump
But
topics, but first,
go ahead.
if people hear your story and want to help you in any way, is there a way that they could do that? Like Cash
Um,
App, or you got a thing set up, or
I don't think I have anything set up per se. I just been kind of doing what I need, what I can. I don't really know much about the whole Cash App type stuff.
okay,
I did do a something for which one was it? Give Send Go, I think,
yeah.
but that was a while ago. Um, no, really, just kind of
Well, let me know if that changes. But for right now, I'll just
okay.
kind of leave it blank.
Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't really thought about that whole thing.
That's fair.
I mean,
Money's
I do
secondary to
have
pain anyway.
right. I mean, I do have things I need to get fixed, but I'm the type of guy that just figures it out. I guess.
Yes, you've always
I'm not
been
above
very
it.
independent.
Yeah, I've always been very stubborn.
Yes, aren't we all?
I'm not above help. I'm not knowledged in that department.
Okay. Well, if somebody feels, they could reach out directly and we'll get them in touch. How about that?
Alrighty.
Okay, now the world at large. We've talked about your story, a lot of it. Um, what do you think is the worst thing happening in the world right now?
There's a lot of hate in the world.
There sure is. Why'd you do that?
Um,
I'm fucking with you.
I'd like to see people just kind of be more understanding. I mean, like I said earlier, you never know what somebody's going through.
Hmm. They need a throat punch or just understanding. Which one?
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of understanding goes a long ways.
Hmm. What do you feel like is the biggest problem in America right now?
Not too bad. Well, the biggest problem I feel in is America. I got to circle back to the whole lack of understanding. There's a lot of people
Yep.
mad at people for stuff that if you just sit down and talk about it, you don't have to always agree,
Right. We've
but
forgotten that a lot.
fighting, yeah, fighting really doesn't.
Waste of energy mostly, but whatever.
Yeah, most of the time you're just wasting your energy. Um, there's a time and a place for it.
Hmm.
Use. Hold on, buddy. I will let you know. She'll text me when she's ready.
So politically, are you happy with what's going on under the Trump
Hey,
administration?
she's here. You want
Ye-
to take your afternoon medicine with you? Yes, you should.
Yay!
Um,
You can wait. I know you're busy. You got people showing up and all.
I don't know how to help you with that, buddy, but come here. Okay, I guess. I'll deal with your angry sister. Okay. Yes, I'll keep it entertained. It's okay. No, no. You can't take it now. You have to take it at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, buddy.
Quattro.
Love you. Have fun with grandma. Um, Politically, I'm Faith. I'm helping your brother.
She's persistent.
Very persistent.
Excellent.
Um, it's
Basically, are
it's
you
open.
happy with some of the things that are going on?
Fun. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with what's going on. I like the fact that we're taking steps to secure the border and make sure violent criminal people. I mean, there's place for everybody, and people that don't view the life of a child as a blessing and view it more as a dollar sign is there's
Mm-hmm.
no place in society for you.
No, get bent, people.
Right? They're God's children.
Right. Even if born
Um,
misshapen or malinformed, whatever. It's
yeah, every life is a blessing. Um, I'm waiting for the economy to get a little bit better, but since certain food prices have gone down, I'm relatively pleased with what's going on.
how's your gas prices down there? I
You
haven't been
see
down there in a
that?
couple of months.
290, 295, $2.95 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked.
That's not bad. It needs to be less, like back when we graduated school, type less, like $1.19 a gallon. That would be great.
The lowest I remember it, um, the last time I filled up with gas before 9/11, it was 99 cents a gallon, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure
I
you know the
personally,
truth about what happened there, so I don't have to dive into that.
yes, I
We were lied to no matter what.
we watched it live on the news in school, and it was, man, it was something else.
Mm-hmm. You still think it was planes?
There's, can you give me just a minute, sweetie?
Yeah, take your time.
Like, there's no plane wreckage near the Pentagon. I don't
Right.
understand that.
And how did Building 7 collapse? Wait a minute.
Yeah, I remember watching that, and when I seen Building 7 collapse, I remember thinking that wasn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed really fishy to me.
And that guy got a huge
Um,
insurance settlement off of that too. So a lot of
yep,
weird stuff went down that day.
a lot of weird stuff.
Like the day before, Donald Rumsfeld was saying, here's $5 trillion missing,
Yep.
and then they do some wag the dog type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many weird stuff that happened around there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've read a lot of books on that. It's pretty interesting.
It is.
So
Hearing
what?
the interviews from the firefighters and the police officers that were on ground zero
Right.
is pretty eye opening too.
And then hearing the past, like how they wanted the staircases in certain ways and not like in the middle and not on the outside.
Mhm.
And it was all just uncanny.
Yeah, I guess one day the truth will come out. Hopefully,
We need truth more than anything right now. This is ridiculous.
we do. I mean, I gotta tip my hat. The whole JFK files, RFK files, MLK Jr. I mean, I didn't look into it, but I've been hearing people talk about it.
Oh yeah.
That it's pretty. They've released what they needed to release.
My
I'm sure there's other files that need to be released out there somewhere.
yeah, like certain client list perhaps.
Uh-huh. I do got to tip my hat to Dan Bongino and Cash Patel doubling down on standing their ground.
Right.
That's
But
you don't
it's
see that
still
much in
weird to
leadership.
me because Bongino was Obama's Secret Service, so he had to have known like some shady stuff was going on. Like,
I've watched the show. I watched it almost every day. I tried to,
yeah,
and anytime that topic would pop up, he'd say, "I know things that I can't talk about."
right,
He knows things, but from what I see, he's always been a man of honor. He's always been a man of standing by your word. And you're not a man if you don't keep your promises.
that's fair.
That's what I kind of see in that, especially now, standing his ground. I mean, there's something that needs to be released. You need to release it. You don't need to be covering up. I mean, if you say you have something,
Right.
Don't bullshit people.
And don't give us the kindergarten version either. Like, look, we're adults and we don't want these sick fucks running our world. So let's
Right.
deal with it. You
Right.
guys can arrest them. We can't. We can tar and feather them and get arrested
Right.
ourselves, but let's get on
Right.
it.
Right. Like Benny Johnson said, the days of trust me, bro, we looked into it, move on. It's over.
Yeah.
We need honesty.
Those G-Men days are over.
Yep.
No bueno.
Agreed.
Yeah, that seems to be a hot topic right now. What happened with that whole list thing.
There you have it, the first podcast of Struggled. Enjoy the episode, let me know what you think, and if you know people that need to be interviewed, let me know. Thanks, peace, see ya.